Right, okay, so let's put some of those skills that we've done into practice. And this is my turn. You're going to have a go at some really similar questions in a moment. So I'd just like you to watch for a moment. I'm going to work round clockwise on this set of questions, but before I begin, I'm going to add in commas into the right place on my number. So ones, tens, hundreds, comma, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, comma. So I'm now able to write my number in words because I can say that it's 4,107,025. And again, we don't say we've got no hundreds, we just ignore it. So I have 4,107,025. Having those commas in makes such a difference to be able to read the number. Let's have a look at the next question round. What is the value of the digit in the millions column? Well, there's a 4 in the millions column, so that tells me it's worth 4 million. That's the value of it. So it's not asking me what digit is in the millions column, it's asking me what it's worth. The next one, what is the value of the digit in the thousands column? If I go to my thousands column, I can see there's a 7. So that tells me that that digit is worth 7,000. So make sure we're using our commas to separate our hundreds, tens and ones from our thousand. Let's come over to the next question. Increase the number by 30,000. If I'm increasing the number by 30,000, that means that's 3 lots of 10,000 because 3 times 10,000 is 30,000. So my digit in my 10,000s column will go up by 3 as currently a 0. So if I increase it by 3, it will go up to 3. So my answer now is 4,137,025. And we can see that the thousands, the hundreds, the tens and the ones are unaffected. Next one, decrease the number by 5,000. So just like before, I go to my thousands column and I'm going to decrease that digit by 5, and that will have the impact of decreasing by 5,000. There's currently a 7, so I'm going to reduce it by 5 to a 2. So my number is now worth 4,102,025, and my hundreds, tens and ones remain completely unchanged. The last one that we're going to do before we have a look at the challenge is to decrease the number by 30,000. So let's have a look. If I'm decreasing by 30,000, I don't have any number in the 10,000 column to decrease by, so I need to take it down by 3 lots of 10,000. So to enable me to do that, I think I'm going to write this over here so we've got enough room. Just pop this number in here, 4,107,025. So my 10,000 column is currently empty. So I need to be able to take 3 off of there. So I'm going to borrow and exchange my 100,000 from the column next door, because 10 lots of 10,000 make 100,000. So if I reduce that 100,000 by 1 and pop that as a 0, I can now say I could write that 100,000 as 10 10,000s, which will then enable me to take 3 lots of 10,000 off of that. So if I've got 10 10,000s and I take off 3 lots of 10,000, it leaves me with 7 lots of 10,000. So my answer now is 4,077,025. Let's have a look at the challenge together, and then you're going to answer a set of questions like this. Find the missing number. We have 6,090,125. Take away something leaves me 6,089,125. So let's have a look at what we've got. I'm going to write my original number in my place value grid. 6,090,000, whoops, 125. And I'm aiming to make it to work out what happened to change it into 6,089,125. Now, if I compare what I've already got, I can see I've got the 5, I've got the 2, I've got the 1, all that stays the same. So there's no changes to the hundreds, tens and ones. But I can see a change in my thousands section. Look, my millions have stayed the same as well. If you look at the number that I've started with, I've got 90,000 in the thousand section. And in this thousand section, I've got 89,000. So if I've gone from 90,000 to 89,000, I've taken off 1,000, haven't I? So actually, my missing number is 1,000. I've gone from 90 in my thousand section to 89 in my thousand section. It's your turn. So you're going to pause the video and you're going to have a go at all of these different sections linked to this number. Before you start, don't forget to put your commas to separate your sections of your number. That's going to be your starting point. Work round in a clockwise direction, starting at the top, and then have a go at the challenge. So pause your video and have a go now. Right, welcome back. So let's see if you've got those commas in the right place to start with. Ones, tens, hundreds, comma, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, comma. And it just makes it so much easier to read, because now I can see I have 8,023,105. So I don't reference the fact that I've got no hundred thousands, I just ignore it and I just say that I have 23,000. Let's write it in words and see if ours match. So 8,023,105. Does yours look like mine? I bet your handwriting's neater, but did you manage to do it without sneaking any digits in there? That's the really important thing, because one single digit, let's just say I write the number 8 instead of the word 8, that would mean I get it wrong. So it is really important that I write my words. Let's have a look at the next one. What is the value of the digit in the millions column? So what's the value of it, not just what digit it is. If I go to my millions column, I can see I've got the digit of 8. That represents the number 8 million. What is the value of the digit in the 10,000s column? The 10,000s column has a digit of 2 in it. That represents 20,000. 2 lots of 10,000 make 20,000. Increase the number by 6,000. So that's like going to my thousands column and increasing the digit by 6. So 3 in the thousands column at the moment. I'm going to increase it by 6 and it becomes a 9. So what was a 3,000 is now a 9,000. My answer now is 8,029,105. Let's look at decreasing the number by 20,000. If I decrease by 20,000, that's 2 lots of my 10,000s going down in the digit. So I currently have a 2 in my 10,000 column. If I'm decreasing it by 20,000, I'm taking 2 off of it, because 2 lots of 10,000 make 20,000. So my 2 goes down to a 0. What was 20,000 is now no thousand. So my answer now is 8,003,105. Again, we don't reference the fact we've got no 100,000 and no 10,000. We just say what we have got, which is 3,000.